That's the United Examination Certificate by Sarawak. I say that it is the act, the move by Sarawak government is commendable. It just goes to show that states like Sabah and Sarawak, very special. They do not have to continue with the excuse that education is under federal government and therefore the approval or recognition of the UEC is a hopeless effort by the educators. What Sarawak did was a big step forward for their students who are taking UEC. Having said that, I call on the Sabah state government to follow the footsteps of the Sarawak state government to recognize the UEC, thereby giving our students who graduated from who completed the UEC the opportunity to attend UMS, University Malaysia Sabah, which is a government university, and to join the state government public services after fulfilling the necessary requirement. I call on the government to set up a special task force immediately and to look after about this issue. And I suggest that the task force to be headed by Datuk Teo Zhigang, who himself is a graduate of this Chinese independent school, Chongzhen. I think he will be the most appropriate minister, highest rank in the state government from the graduate from the Chongzhen. Many of our graduates who obtained the high scores of in the UEC have been accepted by other foreign countries or universities, including Singapore. This is a serious bout of brain drain from the best students that our country produces in the context of Sabah as well. This is always, it seems like due to the unfair education policies by the federal government, followed by the state government, of course. And it is sad, very sad, that parents have no choice but to send their children away from home to receive further education because their UEC certificates are not recognized by the state government or by the government itself. Pakatan Rakyat, in their manifesto during the last election, clearly stated that if the people elected us into government, we will immediately recognize the UEC. What the Barisan National Government cannot do or not willing to do, that is in our manifesto, we will do. We will continue to uphold this promise that we made during the general election 13. In relation to the call to our Sabah state government in giving recognition to the UEC, I wish to reiterate the call to the state cabinet ministers, especially to the Chinese ministers, Datuk Raymond Tan, Teo Zhigang, including Tan Sri Bairin, who had promised prior to the last election, no problem, they will be able to ask from the chief minister for 500 acres of land for Tongzhong, so that Tongzhong in turn will use the land for the benefit of the 9 independent schools. If I recall correctly, the president of Tongzhong, Tan Sri Liew Sui Fat, had in many occasions, even in front of the Prime Minister during his visit here, raised these two issues. What are these two issues? The recognition of the UEC as well as giving land to the Tongzhong for the benefit of the schools. But he did not succeed. No response. Nothing from the government on this one. Although he was speaking on behalf of all the schools as well as the students and the parents. And all Muslim students also attending the primary and secondary school nowadays, the Chinese primary and secondary school nowadays.